Hi, everybody. Tracy with Helmar, USA. Okay, so I want to welcome y'all. Now I'm talking like I'm from Texas because somebody said they're from Texas. I want to welcome y'all. Now, I would like to welcome everybody. Thank you. We're doing the same project that we did last week because last week we had a bunch of technical difficulties. So all week, I had all these problems with my internet and couldn't figure out why. So I called my internet guy and had him come over today. And for the second time that I called this guy, it's a palm frond that grew like between, you know, like it's interrupting the box. So he's looking at me on a ladder today and said, there's a palm frond growing. Cut it down and fixed it. So that could have been my fault last week. All that sweating and all those tears and all that crapola. Okay, that was totally professional. It was probably my fault. But the best part about that was, he's like, I really should charge you for these visits. You know, I said, would you put that under landscaping or, yeah, cut the tree down. I want that tree cut down so bad. my dad wants to cut that tree down. So I really made a joke and said, are you going to charge me for landscaping or, you know, technical something? But bottom line is, he fixed it. And as I was walking out there this morning, I thought, I should cut that thing down before he gets here. But, yeah, that tree probably has to go anyway. So last week, I wasn't able to complete the show. It was me sweating, trying to make jokes, trying to have a good time with you guys. And I had the best time ever. And it actually worked out better. I swear there's always a plan for things. And I live my life that way, that there's always a greater plan. And the greater plan was I get to share tonight with you guys, and I got to share all the supplies with you guys, which I had put on my website. And if you guys don't know my website, I put it on Helmar's website too. But if you guys want to join me and do the project tonight, there's really not a lot to it. So what we're doing is we're going from my art journal. This is one of my art journals. And this is a page in my art journal. Very basic supplies. Hold on. Try and hold that back. And we're taking it to canvas because so many times, you know, nobody sees it if it's in your art journal, and we're taking it to a canvas. So I pulled out, this is just one of those board canvases. Renee, this is so easy. This is such an easy project. Everybody can do this. I love this, you know. But I was thinking that tonight I'd mix it up a little bit and do it on a thicker canvas. So, what do you think? I mean, I could do it on the board canvas. I don't care about. Oh, okay. Okay. So, I have to tell you guys this weekend I went out. I had a great weekend. I was at the beach. I love the beach. Excuse me. I'm going to turn down my phone. Okay, that's the school district that calls every time I'm on the phone with you guys. That's the beach calling. That's the beach. They're calling me back.
Hello, no one is available. Take your call. Please leave a message.
Okay, I'm so sorry. You guys get what you pay for around here. So, I went to the beach this weekend. I literally ordered a drink, a margarita, with, what did I say? No ice on the rocks, with a straight face. To live in my little head. The waitress was laughing so hard. I was like, oh my God. So I'm going to try it on this. Okay, this is nothing special. I don't know what this is. Ultra Smooth Portrait. I got it at Michael's on sale. Okay, so we're going to do it on this. I know. Yay for margaritas. I know. Can you believe that? I was like, I'll take a margarita, no salt, or no ice on the rocks. That's what I said this weekend. I am recording, Mom. She's like, please don't record stuff like that. My parents have so many proud moments that this probably isn't one of them. So I'm gonna do this on a 9x12 canvas. This was an 8x10 canvas, but I just want to prove that you can draw this heart. It doesn't need to look perfect. In fact, if it doesn't look perfect, the better. I was gonna go 11x14, but I'm a little afraid of that. So another thing I want to recommend to you guys, because a lot of you are artists. This was as far as we got last week in the class. So I'm going to finish this one too. Somebody asked me to buy one of these. I think I'm going to sign it like Picasso or something. So, the other day somebody asked me a question because they saw it on my website about a book I'm reading. I've read this book like 4 times, but I wanted to. A lot of you guys are artists, and it wasn't until I was later in life I have a degree and I'm educated. My parents are like, okay, here she goes again. And I do have a degree, but it's not in art. So my passion is art, and it's what I do. My parents are the most supportive people in the whole wide world. I mean, I think there is no 2 greater people in the world who just get me and know that maybe pursuing a construction, a job in construction wasn't exactly my calling. But if you guys are looking for a really good book to read, now this is 3 books in one. I bought the, this is like the 1-volume deluxe edition. But if you guys are looking for a really great book and you're an artist, I call this my artist Bible. It spoke to me, and it was like, it was just me. It was like in my 40s. I'm in my 40s. I'm 41. Late 30s, I picked up this book, and it was like it was singing to me. It was like every time I opened and read a chapter. But it's called The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. Actually, this is 3 books. This is The Artist's Way, Walking in This World, and Finding Water. And this book goes with me everywhere. So yeah, my parents totally, like, this book speaks to me. My parents totally get me. I think I'm like the kind of person who walks to the beat of her own little drum, and she didn't know until she was 40 that the drum actually makes sense in her head, and it wasn't just somebody beating her over the head. The author is Julia Cameron. Here, I'm going to write that down. I thought about this because somebody asked about it. It was on my website. And if you need something it's on Amazon. I mean, I bought this version, and it's all 3 books. So amazing. So, it just spoke to me. And in my 40s, it was like, you know what? You don't have to use that degree your parents bought you. Why would you do that? I mean, that was just money that they spent to put you through a really fun Big Ten school for you to go to every home football game. So, I also went to the basketball games and the hockey games. No, I really have a great degree, and I do recommend you go get some sort of foundation. But I just thought about this the other day. If you're looking for something to inspire you, if you're an artist, and I'm not getting paid by Julia Cameron, never seen a dime up from her, but if you're looking for something to inspire you, to speak to you, and validate kind of what you're doing in life as an artist, that is the book for you. Yes, I am a Spartan, and I am proud of it. And I'm proud that, to tell you the truth, I have that foundation behind me. It's what I give to my kids. But in my 40s, I discovered, you know what, maybe going after my passion isn't such a bad thing. So if this project works today, go for your passion. If this project doesn't work today, make sure you have a good education. Hey, Cindy, that was last Saturday night. There was a skit on SNL about Michigan State. It was also in When Harry Met Sally, if anybody knows. So that was my recommendation. That was my little, public service announcement. You probably just want to see me paint, though, right? So you guys want me to do the thicker canvas or this one? Thicker or thinner? Tick, okay? We're going to do the ticker one, the thinker one. All right. So I'm going to switch cameras here. I don't have all my supplies out. We'll kind of go as we go along. And I want to reiterate this, too. I want to reiterate this. This is your own project. Switch up the colors, switch up the shapes, switch up what you do. But I just want to give you a basis of how simple this project is. Oh, and I want to show you my bracelet. It says create. Okay. Probably can't see that. Isn't it? Oh. Okay. It says create. Anyway, I gotta take it off because I'll probably get it dirty. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna need are baby wipes. Then you're gonna need paint, which I'm going to use Deco Art. I use Deco Art. Crud, I can't remember the colors I said. I might even change it up. I'm gonna finish the other one too. I'm gonna yeah, because it's, you know, I'm gonna sell them, Doris, as limited editions. This would be number 1, and they all are gonna be signed. This will be number 2, and this will be number 3. I'm probably gonna do it in a 3-set series because I don't believe I can possibly draw another heart. That's the other thing about this project. I don't really like to draw hearts, okay? So, it's kind of ironic that I'm drawing so many hearts. You can have that. Go ahead.
Another beer?
No, thank you. No, thank you. So, I am just going to spread some paint out on my... Oh, I should probably switch cameras. Yeah. Hearts are easy for some, Jackie, but I have a discussion with one of my friends, Tanya, and we're always saying that hearts are the hardest thing. I don't know. I can't draw a heart, but I can draw a mean flower and a mean butterfly. So go figure. Yeah, so these are going to be a limited set of 3. If you'd like to purchase all, you may all talk to my manager. That'll be my mom and dad. Oh, Jackie got her. Oh, Jackie, I'm going to be sharing that too, just so you know. Jackie got her glue caddy and she decorated it. It's beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to switch cameras and then, oh, yeah. For some reason, I can draw, look at, see butterflies? I can draw butterflies. Becky just brought up another good point. For some reason, I have a weird kinship to drawing martini glasses. I don't know why. I'm sure it's just because they're pretty. Again, that's where my college education really paid off. I love butterflies. Butterflies are my favorite. Yeah. Anything having to do with the... So, Doris, I'm going to show you how easy it is to paint, because I love to paint. And here, I'm going to switch cameras. Hold on. You guys are a bunch of jokesters tonight. But I'm choosing to selectively ignore you. Oh, okay, whoops. Hold on, people. We're going for a ride. Bring that over here. Okay. I'm hoping that camera's high enough. I might have to adjust a little bit. I think I'm going to just bring her up a little bit. Hang on, peeps. I want you to be able to see the whole thing. Whoa. Okay. Okay. See, this canvas is bigger than what I'm used to. Okay. And maybe I shouldn't have put the paint right there. Focus in. There we go. All right. Now, hold on. I'm going to bring my chat back so I can see y'all talking bad about me. Remember, I have my spies in place, though. Okay. You guys are all mean. I'm listening to you. Okay, so we're going to paint. Here we go. Ready? We're going to use a white. Okay, this is my big painting lesson for you in painting. Here we go. Ready? The background. Are you guys with me? This is what I started to show you last week when we had all those technical difficulties. This is just a wipe. Look. We've all used them. If you're a mom, you've used them. You have used them, and it was much worse than some sky blue paint, trust me. Can I make a totally inappropriate joke right now? Yep. Okay. Are you guys still with me? You know what? And now make sure if it's a thicker canvas, you got to go to the edges here. Okay? And even on the thinner ones, don't forget the edges. So y'all want to tell me what you've wiped up with baby wipes? Let's go gross. I have twins, for heaven's sakes. I had to do it twice. Not fun. Hold on, I got ribbon, and it's invading my space here. Okay. See how easy this is? Oh, God, it was horrible. What is this? Oh, what is the technical term for this technique? I think it's called, oh God, I could come up with so many childish names right now. It's not even funny. My head, Dawn is totally trying to plant, like, getting me to say something gross. Dawn, I don't appreciate that. Go back to the nurse's station. I don't know what this is called, but isn't it? See, look, background done. Although Beck was using a background done one. Beck, you big cheater. You know what though? I just want a little more paint. Okay. Am I focused in? Hold on. Is your paint just straight on the desk? Oh, this is a like a Teflon little mat. Oh no, I got OCD like you wouldn't believe. Dabadoo. I like Dabadoo. Whoever said Dabadoo. Because that could also be Dabadoo-doo. Okay, you knew that was coming, right? Okay, Mom, good one. Dabadoo-doo. I mean Dabadoo. This is like a little Teflon sheet. It'll wipe right off. So, okay, background is done. And you can go as dark as you want. You know, we can add another shade in there. I don't know if I want to. Do I have anything that's complementary? Let's just see. Let's add a little bit of something else. Dabadoo-doo. Totally immature. Okay, I don't know. I don't even know what this is. Ocean blue. Okay, all I'm doing is taking... Oh, look at how pretty that is. Don't you love when I find a new technique right in front of you? Oh, hello. Yeah, it's a craft mat. Non-stick, heat resistant. One of my local stores sells them. There we go. So now we have like a, don't you love all the artistic terms you're getting out of this class? Dabadoo-doo. I mean, Dabadoo. And then we're like, I don't know, shadowing. I don't know what we're doing. I just discovered one day if you paint with wipes, it doesn't make half as big of a mess. And look at all the paint you use up. Okay. Oh, that looks pretty. Can you guys tell? Yeah, oh, Ranger makes them. Yes, thank you. Oh, Casey. Hi, Casey. Can Casey hear me, Dawn? You guys are totally keeping me company. Isn't it great that the recording's working? What do you think? I think we're done. Okay, so what I do, and actually, you know those Costco towels I buy by the millions? I leave those on my desk just to wipe up the area. That looks good, huh? Okay, so now what I'll do to speed up this process is I will take a heat gun to it, and I always hope this isn't too loud, but this will dry really fast because it's acrylic paint. So I used ocean blue was the other color I used. Yeah, sponge painting. I think I do sometimes use a sponge, but not too loud. Okay, good. Hi, Melissa. Yeah. Melissa, I'm going to have to start this all over for you. Ooh. You know what? I think I'm going to love this canvas on a dimensional thing. For you, Melissa, anything. Okay, this is going to be the hard part. The next part is the hard part. Okay, done. You don't need to be perfect. Oh my God, you guys, I can't believe I'm starting out bad terms. Okay, I need a pencil. The next thing is we're going to draw. This is the scary part. This is the next part. Melissa, we're making this canvas right now. Can you see? They did, Jackie. That's awesome. What store is it? Give them a shout out. being that I probably was part of that orders thing, give them a shout out. Okay. All right. So we're going to draw a heart. This is from my art journal. Doesn't need to match, but I'm going to go Design Scrapbook Boutique. Yes, they did. Very nice. Jackie, do me this favor. Email your shipping address to info@Helmar. I'm going to type it. Here we go. Okay, Jackie, send me your information at info@helmarusa.com and have your store owner send me just let me know that she ordered because you requested it, because I know she did probably. And I will we'll send you out a little thank you gift because we really love that. So if you guys have a store that has ordered because of you, I want to send you a little thank you. Okay? Yeah, she's like, I'm on it. I'll probably have an email right now. Okay, are you ready? We're going to draw a heart. Can anybody see me? I just want you to know I don't have any tricks. I don't have a pattern, nothing. Okay? And this is bigger than what I did before. So, oh boy. Thinking it through. Bring it on. Done. Okay, I did it. Okay? So, I'm sorry, Melissa, could you say that louder? Did you say you're just amazing, Tracy? Mom, Dad, did you record that in the compliment bank? Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. It shouldn't be perfect. Hearts are not perfect. Okay, I know that for a fact. Okay, I know that firsthand. Linda! Linda's in the house. Linda, we're going from my art journal to a canvas. Only I'm going to a thicker canvas this time. And the only thing I've done so far is you can go back in the recording, is I've taken a baby white with 2 shades of blue and just dab-a-dooed all over it, okay? That's all I've done. So we're going to canvas tonight. We're making a work of art. What do you think? Okay? A baby wipe. That's it. That's all I use, people. A baby wipe. I know. Okay, so that is gesso. No, the next thing we're going to use is gesso. And if you guys don't use gesso on stuff, gesso is the best stuff in the whole wide world. Go buy it by the gallon. Basically, gesso is a way to erase and start again. I'm using my teeth to open that. My parents will kill me right now. So all I'm doing is going to gesso the inside of this heart. Okay? Now, the gesso that I'm using, because I know the next question is going to be, what kind of gesso are you using? I'm not a big, this is okay gesso. Ooh, I think I put too much on. I have several kinds. I have Deco Arts. I have Golden. Yeah, it's white and chalky. It's like a primer. But this is Deco Arts. This is Liquitex. This is from Michael's. I use Golden. I think Golden makes a great gesso. I just happened to buy this Liquitex one when I was on vacation. And now the great thing about your pencil marks, don't worry about those so much. Oh, look at how much gesso I used. Okay, I used a little too much, but I do have to get the sides. So basically what you're doing, whenever you do your background and you come back in and you gesso over it, it's almost like starting over again. And I'm not really too concerned with my pencil marks other than I would like to just use them as a guide. But when I'm gessoing is when I'm really going to figure out where okay, I really should probably wipe off some of this stuff. I got a little excited with the gesso. Baby wipes. Excuse me. Okay. I got a little excited. So we don't need all that gesso. Okay. Probably some of it, though. So, and some gessos are thicker than other gessos, and I don't know. Gesso is cool. And I like gesso because sometimes if you want to add texture to something, which I probably will in this, it's kind of, will give you texture. Okay. So now I'm going to go in and just kind of fix this heart up. I'm not even so worried about my pencil marks. I just want to cover them. But guys, this is about as thrilling as watching paint dry. And you know what? I know my brush strokes are not even, and I don't know if you go to some like arts classes that are by a real artist, not me, they would tell you all the things I'm doing wrong. But I kind of feel it's right, so oh well, you know. So that's what's important, if it feels good to you. And when I sell these limited Picassos in a 3-set version, maybe it'll feel right to somebody else. Okay, I'm making sure to get the side too, because this heart would, you know, overlap on the side too. So Gesso is just starting over. Sometimes when I'm playing with it, I'll like add, you know, I like to sit here and do this to it, because we don't want our heart to be perfect. Do you guys know any hearts that are perfect? Don't answer that. I'm going to put my signature on it, for heaven's sakes. If it doesn't have Tracy Weinzapfel on it, you're all like, is that your last name? Yes, it is. Thank you, Daddy-O. Okay, so I'm not worried about the texture in it. If you want it smooth, you could use a foam brush, but I don't want it smooth. I want it imperfect, just like my heart. Imperfectly perfect. Oh, whoops. So, got it? Everybody can draw a heart. I think I'm done with this. Stop flibber-flabbing with it. Okay. Now, and every heart's going to be different. That's the nice thing about a heart, right? Again, this is one that you can take a heat gun to, so go ahead and heat gun it. Is anybody doing this with me? Beck, are you doing yours? Oh my God, she's not painting it. Yes, gesso is primer. Gesso and paint. White, if you just use white paint over this, now this gesso is not really thick. There are thicker gessos and it will completely cover it. But gesso is like a chalky white paint and it acts as a primer. So like, you know, when you go to paint your walls and you use a primer on it, that is exactly what gesso is. And it is so great because when you're painting, you should paint in layers. A lot of people just go and paint and they paint the design and then they try to outline to it. This is what gives your painting dimension. This particular, oh shoot, I'm sitting here heat gunning one area, so now I'm getting air bubbles. So now I do have dimension. Gesso will give it dimension if you don't, the question was, does it give it dimension? Yes, because I used a paintbrush that went in uneven paint strokes. So it will. If you don't want dimension, use a foam brush and be really even with it. But when I'm using gesso, for some reason, and now I'm making air bubbles in it too. But come on, paint over. Okay, so, oh, whoops. Don't put your heat gun in it. It might take a second. I kind of put that on thick. I love gesso. I think I've said that 12 times. Some people call it gesso, but I think it's gesso. Of course, I ordered a drink this week with no ice on the rocks, so who knows. Okay, now the fun part. You're all like, okay, I hope this gets fun. Okay. I'm making sure it's dry, you guys. Gesso is going to take a second to dry if you put it on as thick as I did. And golden makes a pretty thick gesso. This is a really thin one, so I didn't even worry about how thick it was put on. I mean, I kind of was just using a lot of it. Okay. Goody. Gesso. Okay. All right, now a really fun part. Primer red. Now maybe I should not put primary red. Maybe I shouldn't put this on so thick. This is our red. Oh yeah. Happiness. Okay, I don't know. I'll use this for right now. Ooh, yay. Okay, again, I'm not doing perfect paint strokes. I don't know how to. I'm sure there's a way. Okay. But, oh my god. Seriously love these colors. Is everybody still with me? You're all like asking questions. I'm probably ignoring you. It's like I'm sitting here by myself just painting. Kind of what I pretend sometimes. I need to have like a live studio class again and have everybody in, have people in here. Maybe I should get one of those audience machines that kind of clap when I do stuff. Okay. So, I'm just going to get a paintbrush and paint around the edges. So, one reason you want to make sure the gesso is dry is so that it doesn't intermix with the paint. But if it does, no big deal. You know, I'm not grading you on this. If you guys do a painting, speaking of which, hey, you guys do a painting, would you please share it with me and put it on Helmar's Facebook page? I'm sure my moderator, Beck, who's in the middle of painting herself, probably would be happy to post a link. Okay. To Helmar's Facebook page. And let me know that you felt a little inspired. You just felt like doing it. You know, this was your take on it. There is nothing better than when I get emails from you guys saying, oh, and speaking of which, okay, no. There's nothing better for me than when I get an email saying in some small way I inspired or I got you to do something. That's like the best part of my job. Well, you know, and the mortgage payment. The other thing is I inspired you guys to do, or I challenged you guys to do a lifeless challenge journal. Mine is right here, and it has a bunch of parts on the top of it because I'm in the process of working on a new page, and I'm going to be sharing it with you. And I have gotten page after page after book from you guys, and I'm going to be sharing those. I am going to be catching up. I had a little week of travel. I had a week of sick. I had a week of losing my mind, but I'm back. Everything's back in check. And I'm going to be catching up with everybody. So if you're doing the Lifeless Challenge with me, don't think I forgot about you, okay? I've just been a little busy. And I can't do everything. Well, everything. I try. No more super mama. Okay, it's not perfect, but that's what we're going with. Pecan. Kind of showing you my sample. I don't know what I think I want it like a little, I don't know, something's bugging me. Hold on. Something is a little bit like, I just want to make it fatter. Just want to make it a fatter heart. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why. How's that looking? See, my gesso wasn't dry right there, so I'm getting a little white mixed in, but that's okay. Okay with it. The best part of this project is coming up next. You guys ever work with charcoal pencils? A charcoal pencil will make you feel like an artist in a heartbeat, okay? Even if you just pick up a charcoal pencil and hold it or put it behind your ear, people go, oh my God, do you know how to use that? Yes, I do. Okay, so just walk around with a charcoal pencil behind your ear and you'll feel like an artist. Okay. Is anybody getting anything out of this class? Oh, shoot. Okay, don't do what I just did. Wipe a dry foam brush over the top of what you just painted. So meticulously. Here we go. Back over it because I'm messing with perfection. There we go. Okay. Now stop it. Okay. if you can tell in this, but there's a lot of like imperfections. You're like, you're all sitting there saying the whole thing is an imperfection. Okay, stop saying that about my art. Okay, and I'll stop saying okay. So again, I'm going to pop up in my email. I'm going to put my email on here, you guys. Because if you want to share your art with me, you know what I need to do? I need to share my Lifeless Challenge. That's not too late. If you haven't done the Lifeless Challenge with me, then it's not too late. I'm looking. Here we go. Because I just started it and I have a video. I have show how to make the journal. If you don't know how to make the journal, you can go to my Etsy shop and buy one. Because there is one for sale. Here it is. Seriously, I say this all the time, that the best part of my job is sharing what I love to do and teaching and doing this. It really is. I'm not lying. Ask my parents. Every time I get off the computer with you guys, I'm on a high for the next few hours. Oh, big thing. Oh, I'm seeing her making air bubbles in my project, just so you know. When you use a heat gun, make sure you watch what you're doing. The link for the design team call, that's a huge thing. If you guys want to be on our design team, we're looking for some design team members. Okay, this is dry. You want to make sure this is dry because the next part's kind of important. We're going to take a charcoal pencil, which remember is behind your ear. So I don't know which one's the one I like. Can't remember. Hold on. Can't remember. I have two charcoal pencils, and one I like and one I kind of don't like. I don't know why I just don't throw the one I don't like away, but I don't. Okay, this is the one I like. All right, a charcoal pencil. I like to go soft. This is 3B. I have a number of pencils. B is softer, H is hard. I usually use a 3B. I think I have charcoal pencils in white too, which are very cool. That's a charcoal pencil in white. What's this one? These are probably both 3B. I don't know. This one's HB. HB is your normal Timber 2 pencil. Jackie, share your blog with everybody. That's how you get followers, girl. Okay, so we're dry. Now, the thing I want you to know about a charcoal pencil is it is so forgiving, okay? And I'm going to take, let's start down here. I'm going to take the charcoal pencil right along the outside rim of my heart. Seriously love charcoal pencils. Charcoal pencils make you think, like, give you shadowing. Okay, and all I'm doing, I'm taking it around the edge too. And this is all by playing. Because I don't think any art teacher would approve of half the stuff I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, what the heck? Give yourself some credit here, Jackie. I don't have a charcoal pencil. What would be a close substitute? I'm thinking. Charcoal crayon? A charcoal. They make charcoal. And my kids have them in their set. Dawn, you're going to like this even better when I show you what we're going to do with it. I don't know. A charcoal pencil is kind of a charcoal pencil, but they make regular charcoal. Sharpie is fine. You can outline it. But remember, oh, I was an art teacher. Oh, my God, Melissa. Oh, how embarrassing. Melissa, get off this thing. We do not actually cater to people who are educated in art. A charcoal pencil, I don't like how I even did this. A charcoal pencil, a Sharpie's not going to, a marker's not going to give you the same effect. I totally just booted somebody from my own class. I love it. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Oh, yeah. I'm going to make a mess. This is the effect that you might not get with a marker. You could, I mean, you know, if you do it quickly. But I am really wanting the effect that a charcoal pencil gives as far as shadowing goes. That's the whole purpose of this. That's why I told you it doesn't need to be perfect. And I'm just going to keep doing it until I get kind of the desired amount of shadowing. And a charcoal pencil, super inexpensive. They sell them individually at most of your art supply stores. This is a 3B one. I happen to like the softer lead. If you go too hard, you get less of the blending. I worked in an office supply store. I could tell you the difference between all the different leads. It's just a talent I have. I also know the stock number to whiteout still. 56501. I know. Who uses whiteout anymore even? Who uses a typewriter, for heaven's sake? This makes our heart perfect. Could chalk work? Yeah, chalk would work. The only thing about chalk, well, and I would say the same thing about this. Now, I'm going to use crackle over it. Whenever you use charcoal or chalk or any of those things, you might want to use a fixative to go over the top of it because, you know, I'm obviously able to smear this. So if you're doing this in a book, you might want to use a fixative. I use a lot of charcoal. See, I did it on this heart. Look at me with the hearts. I hate hearts, and then I use hearts every day. Yeah, you might want to use a fixative just to go over the top of it, and a fixative is pretty much like a overpriced hairspray. You can use hairspray for heaven's sakes, but you know, you want something that's going to protect your artwork. So if I wasn't using Helmar's Crackle Medium or acrylic sealer or textured effects over this, I would probably go over it with a fixative just so that where I intend to smear it is where it stays. Yeah, chalk will do it. I just want to get, okay. And I'm going around the edges with that black ink to kind of distress the edges, but I just want to, isn't that cool? And I'm getting it outside the heart, and I'm getting it inside the heart, and I'm just making a mess. This heart is a happy mess. What heart isn't a happy mess? Gotta have a happy mess. How am I doing that time? 7:07. I'm rocking it. Okay. Oh my goodness. You guys, I like the thicker canvas more than I like the thinner canvas. I feel like Picasso right now. Okay. And all my little air bubbles, my imperfections, my gesso, my everything, I'm happy with. What do you think? Okay. Now's the hard part. Oh, look at my fingers. Love that heart. Not messy. Okay. Looks messy and lovely. I got approval from an art teacher. Oy. Okay. Art is in the beholder, though, really. I don't know. Okay, what do you think, guys? I think we're going to stop there. That's the charcoal pencil. Okay, my other favorite thing, y'all know, India ink. I love Indian ink. I love Indian ink in colors, and I love it in white. You can use pen on this. I just happen to, I bet she's cleaning her fingers. I am cleaning my fingers. Baby wipes. I have OCD, remember? Look, I'm going to clean my work surface, too. Always clean. Seriously, I'd Clorox bleach this right now if I wasn't sitting here in front of you and I look like a cuckoo. Yes, Indian ink. I love Indian ink. My two favorites are black. Look at my fingernails. My two favorites are black and, oh, one other thing I'm going to do, too. This is, you know, Distressing. This is by Tim Holtz. This is black. You can use any black. You don't have to use Tim Holtz. I don't get paid. I can only endorse the glue. Oh, hold on. It's not even going on. Okay. I'm just going around the edges. And I'm just going to lighten up the edge, highlight up the edges. Okay. That's all I'm doing. Probably could do it with that same charcoal pencil, but I'm going to do it pink. All this distressing and all this, everything I'm doing, It's just adding dimension. That's all I'm doing. You don't have to do what I'm doing. Just making a suggestion. Well, I might come into your house and tear it off your wall. No, I won't, I promise. Okay. This ink pad is not even like dark, so it's kind of like I'm not really doing much to it. I'm actually just sitting here hitting my canvas. No, that's working now. Okay. Now the next part kind of scares me because it involves my handwriting. And I've learned for so many years to hate my handwriting. So I know a lot of you guys, we talk about this all the time. Your handwriting is probably the most precious thing you have next to your fingerprint. It really does make you you. So I suggest you use it. I know a lot of us don't like it. I don't like mine. Here we go. I'm cleaning again. I use a calligraphy pen too. I have a bunch of different nibs. Jackie, I suggest, yeah, I use this. I mean, it's one. Now this one I did with a pen, and it was just really simple. But the one I did, and I'm going to do today, is just what do you call that? Cursive. Don't be afraid of your handwriting, guys. It really does make you who you are, and one day your kids are going to look back and go, that's my mom's handwriting. Seriously. Now, I do have these, I have these, so I use that, and I just like the way the word passion stuck out. So these are just rub-ons, and if you guys have ever seen any of my shows with rub-ons, I know what you're going to start saying, and yes, remember to take the backing off the rub-on, because if you don't, it won't work. Yeah. So, just part of being me. Now, I'm guesstimating where this is going, because I'm kind of guesstimating where this is going to end up. Yeah, Beck, I believe in writing on your layouts. You know what, though? If you don't put your writing on stuff, I mean, it's kind of like signing, putting your signature on stuff. So I'm totally guessing where I'm going to put this, the word passion, and I'm just kind of mirroring. And I have a commercial, so I can't even see what I'm doing right now. I'm going to mirror. Okay, there we go. Here we go. I'm just guessing. Yes, I have the backing off of it. One time I sat and rubbed a rub-on live, like for 10 minutes, and couldn't figure out why it wasn't working, and I had left the back on it. It was so embarrassing. But I showed everybody what not to do in about 2 minutes. Okay. And again, I'm not being perfect with the letters. If you look like you're trying not, if you look like you're trying to be perfect, it turns out crappy. Cruddy. Oh, look at me. Oh, hold on. But if you intentionally don't try to be perfect, it comes out better. I don't know why that is. Okay. I didn't rub that one all the way on. Okay, stay on. I know you don't want to go on. I think as I get older, I realize the less perfect I am, the better I am. If that makes any sort of sense. And I have perfected imperfection. So why ruin that? The other thing you want to do is keep track of what you're spelling. I've misspelled so many things. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay. Hope I'm still in the camera when I'm doing this. Ooh. Okay, you might have to go over some of these. But I am going over the top with crackles, so it will go down. But I just want to make sure. Sometimes rub-ons don't want to go on paint. It's not a very adhering surface. Any questions so far? Any questions? Anybody know how to spell passion? Oh, yeah. Okay, uh-oh, see, this eye doesn't want to go on. Okay. Ooh, this is going to be a big, oh, no. Uh-oh. My eye is really floating around there. You know, you're probably all looking just the top of my head while I'm doing this. Okay. Oh, there's the eye. It just came up. Okay, hold on. We got to go back and give ourselves an eye. Does anybody know how to get a rub-on up once they put it down? Nice little trick to know. Take a piece of tape over the top of it. Scotch tape, and it'll come back up. Okay, I hope this one goes down. Okay, it did. Everybody know that? Rub a piece of, if you put a rub-on down, take a piece of Scotch tape and just rub over the top of it, and it'll all come back up. That tip is at no charge. The other ones I'm going to have to charge for. Okay. Good? Oh, undo. Oh. Well then, crud, what am I using a piece of Scotch tape for? Okay. Well then, you know what? I owe you guys for that tip. Alright. So here's our saying. Here we go. This is the part I kind of wish we didn't have to do live on TV. Ooh. Okay. My saying is do things with passion or not at all. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. That's my saying. So, here we go. Just going to just go for it. Oh. Do things with, oops, passion or, oh, I hate when I make a mistake when I'm doing this, but you can always cover that up, but I didn't. Not at all. Wherever you go, where ever wherever you go, go. I don't want to mess this up. All your heart. Perfect. I mean, it's okay. It's good enough. Okay, there we go. Okay, now the only thing I want to make sure about this, I want to make sure I did all my little squigglies. Sometimes I do little squigglies on things. Like a little squiggly here. A little squiggly there. I gotta dot my I. Not perfect, but it's okay, right? And the only thing you want to make sure you do, let it dry, because your next ink will flow into it. And I put that on kind of thick. This Indian ink is Winsor Newton. I got it at Michael's. Now this is white. It's an acrylic artist ink, and it's Daler Rowney. Daler Rowney? I don't know how to say it. I got this from Blick Art Supplies. Okay. So the only thing I was kind of leaving room for was this. Oh, I'm sorry. I hit the camera. Ooh, shaky poo. Sorry. And I hope I'm focused. Focus here. Okay. I just left room for this ribbon. Right. Perfect. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's not bad. Now, the one thing I'm going to do to make my letters look better, I am really not liking how these are sticking, but I'm going to be going over them. Okay. Oh, can I get this open? Okay. Graphic 45 is the ribbon. Somebody just asked? Yes. Graphic 45. Okay, so I'm going to take, I think this is a little drier up here, I hope. This is kind of fun. Is I'm going to take the white ink and I'm going to color in all my little holes. Wait a minute, I'm writing upside down now, so I'm confusing myself. I'm taking the same nib. I am taking white. And you guys can use a white, like a Uniball pen. I don't know how well it will work over acrylic paint because sometimes I don't have great luck with pens that are white gel pens. They work like when I leave the store and then I get home and I go to use them. And for some reason, they just don't work. I don't know if it's me. But if there's a white gel pen that out there, you know, use it, give it a go. I just know that this is an acrylic. If this is actually an acrylic and it goes over the acrylic paint, great. Oh, whoops, that's too much. Oy vey. Okay. Oh yeah, that's going to take forever and a day to dry, so I'm just going to soak that up a little bit. So I would kind of recommend a white acrylic. That's all I'm doing. Nothing special. I don't know why, it just looks pretty. Makes me happy. I love that I haven't looked up once. Now we're going to get to the gluing part, which is probably my favorite part. And I'm going to tell you about Crackle. Do you guys, have you used it? Do you have it? Do you love it? Okay, the Crackle makes this whole painting dimensional. It makes it pretty, and it makes it happy. I guess that's all you need to know. Now, you really have to make sure that your ink is dry before you crackle. All right? Because you don't want to run this ink. This must be really engaging TV right now as I'm sitting here thinking about you guys watching this. My brother had a lazy eye, and one time he had to like do exercises with his eyes, and he had to fill in all like the O's and the circles in the newspaper. Yes, I made fun of him. This is kind of what I'm doing right now. He no longer has a lazy eye, just so we're clear. He's just lazy. No, he's not. Okay. But I'm definitely funnier, right, Mom? Okay. That was kind of like watching somebody. But look at what it did. Look what it did. Right? It just made it pretty. Okay. Oh, whoops. You got to get the bottom of your G's. You got to make sure you did this. See, I didn't even do it right. The bottom of the W's. Am I missing any? You're probably all pointing them out to me too. Oh, bottom of the W, the Y. Okay. I don't know why, but that just makes me happy. It's done. It's done, right? Did I get everything? I'm looking. Take your time. Yep, okay. Make sure you wipe the nibs off, okay? I buy a cleaner, but oh, look at me. Okay. Woo! This particular ink comes with a dropper too. I probably know there's a purpose for that, but I've never used it. I use the nib. Yeah, always make sure you wipe your nibs off. Those don't take too well to letting stuff dry up on them. There we go. Look at that. Daughter. Okay. So we have, okay, now the next step is crackle, which I'm not going to do on the air because it's not going to dry. I want to make sure I get everything done. Okay, these, and then, I mean, I am going to finish this. It's not like I'm going to leave it go. But if I do the crackle, it's going to take, you know, like 20 more minutes to dry per step. And you probably don't want to be on the air watching crackle dry. I mean, I could probably talk my way through it, but it would be kind of embarrassing at some point, and you'll never tune in again. Now, I'm using flowers. I just got these from Michael's. I'm plucking them. You know me. In fact, I'm going to leave that flower whole. But I want to share a secret with how to get these flowers on. And the other thing is, so here, these are the last steps, okay? And this is where all the Helmar comes into play. And I'm going to do the first step. I just want to make sure that this is dry because I don't want to ruin our letters at all. That white will blend in with the crackle. And this is the crackle medium. Ah, I almost dropped it. This is the crackle medium. Sorry, my bottles are a little beat up. I take the bad ones. This is step 1, step 2. You put step 1 on, you let it dry for 20 minutes. Then you put step 2 on, you let it dry for 20 minutes. And what it'll do is it will form this cracked effect. It also kind of raises that hard up off. And what I do is I take a black ink pad and I go over the top of it and like fill those cracks in, and then I wipe off the excess. But it really crackles up your heart. I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can. Really, really cool. And it really, really works. And I'll do step 1. And then the flowers, and I'm going to tell you about the flowers. Oh, where'd my buttons go? I got to get my buttons. Sorry, peeps. The flowers I put down with 450, and this big, thick one I put down with liquid scrap dots because it's such a thick flower. And liquid scrap dots will give it that dimension. Oh, I don't know if I want one that big, do I? Maybe I do. Okay. I love buttons. Hold on. And the ribbon goes down with 450 quick dry too, as well. So the whole end of this project is just all the Helmar you can put on it. I don't like any of those buttons. Going back in. So that one's going to go on there. And this one's going to go on there. Okay. Yeah, okay. I was hoping you guys could see that, because sometimes in a and I want to make sure, like I said, I can't dry. I could dry the first step, but the second step will take some time. And then the ribbon, I'm going to put down with a 450 along the edges and cut it off the back. And I'm going to put that on with 450 too. So 450 for the flowers, but this middle one I'm going to use liquid scrap dots because I'm going to put a blob of it and then just stick it in there. Which I can do that. I don't mind doing that after the step 1 dries. But I want to show you putting. Ooh, yeah. I have enough stuff in there. The only thing I want to do is make sure this is dry. Step 1 goes on, and it will remain sticky. Okay? So don't worry about that. It remains tacky. And step 2 goes on, and it makes it untacky. And that's what makes the crackle. Everybody with me? I'm just making sure that stuff's dry. And I put it on with a foam brush. So these last few steps, ribbon, 450, a bead across for the flowers. I mean, a bead on the 450, and I'm using 450 on the buttons as well. Foam brushes, yeah, 14 for $1 at Michael's. I buy a billion of them, and then I sit here and I will show you that if you see my water thing, I always have a paint thing here, and I just put my brushes on the dirty side and the clean side. I use tons of foam brushes. And then this canvas, 20 for $1. Holy mackerel, that's a good deal. Yeah, I try to get them when they're on sale too. Okay, I'm just making sure the white stuff is dry. So I'm going to put step 1 on. Step 2 is going to be, later. And we're not going to, I'm not going to put these flowers down. I'll glue them down, right after the step 1 and 2 are done. And then I'm going to sign my masterpiece. Okay, I hope I have enough in here now that I... Oh, hold on. Okay. Yeah, I leave my brushes. I try to wipe them off every night, but okay. I really hope I'm not rushing this. No, knowing me, I am, but no. And what I'm doing is I'm just going in the perimeter. Oh, be careful. My rub-ons are really... I got to be careful of my rub-ons because my rub-ons don't have a great surface that they're adhered to. So you want to be careful with those. Okay. So step 1, this is all you do. And step 2 is the same basic concept. I mean, you're just taking the paintbrush and rolling over it. Step 2, I do a little thicker. Step 2, you want to play with, okay? Step 2 is all about the crackle and how big the crackle is, like the cracks are. Get your crack on, girls. Oh, okay. I love when people say I'm their crack supplier. It cracks me up. Okay. Oh, I got to be careful with that D because I think I put it on a little thick. And again, 20 minutes to dry, but it's going to remain tacky, step 1. Just want to make sure you cover it evenly. Nice. Evenly. You can see when it dries, in step 2, when it dries, you can see the crackle effect, and it clears up. It kind of goes on a little smoke, not smoky, cloudy. Isn't that cool? And it's going to give it a sheen to it. It's going to be like a clear sheen to it. So it adds even more to your painting. I just want to make sure and get my edges. And then this, now I know people ask me about the heat gun all the time with crackle. You could possibly do it on step 1, but you got to be careful with crackle because it will bubble really easy. So if you don't watch it, I don't recommend it with step 2. You're kind of messing with a chemical process. I don't know what that word of that process is, the crackle time. And I've tried it. I have tried it and gotten an effect I wanted, but it was different than the effect intended, if that makes sense. Like I got it and it was not as crackly as it was. I'm just putting this up on something to dry. I love all the scientific terms I'm giving you. Okay, so I'm just putting that up to dry. So you could probably take a heat gun to step 1. I would experiment. I'd be really careful. You don't want the bubbling. You want crackle. You want it to crack, not bubble. But I have, like I said, I've taken the heat gun to it and gotten a different effect and been like, oh yeah, that's cool. Because sometimes you discover things that you didn't know you even wanted. There we go. So that's step 1. And the other thing is make sure you do the steps in the proper order. Not that I know of anybody who has done step 2 before they've done step 1. It doesn't work. Yeah, 1 coat of that will do ya. And it's going to dry clear and it's going to stay tacky. So it feels really tacky. Cindy's laughing. Yeah, I have done step 2 before step 1 just to give it a go by accident. Doesn't work. And then, like I said, ribbon is $4.50, flowers $4.50, and then the buttons. But then this big one, I'm going to use liquid scrap dots because I'm going to put a blurb of it. And what I might do is to finish this canvas, what I might do is I'll finish it on YouTube. I'll finish it on YouTube and then just show you the last few, the last few finishing touches since I can't finish it. Oh my God, I got into chat now. Are you done? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh my God, Terry, we're gonna start all over again. Terry missed the whole thing, so we're gonna reverse everything. How do I know if it's dry enough? It takes about 20 minutes. So what I do, what I do is when I'm working on this stuff, is I stick it by the window and I look at the clock and I give it about 20 minutes. Sometimes if I'm in a hurry, which I'm quite often I'm in a hurry, is I'll stick it by the window. I love this. I stick it by the window and then I'll set my alarm on my phone, and 20 minutes really does do it. On step two, you can see the cloudiness go away and it start to crackle. And I'm going to switch cameras because now we're kind of done with that process. So I just want to come back to you guys. So I'm back. So step two, you can really see when it dries because it starts to crackle and it clears up. Okay, I'm switching to this camera. And I'm coming back to the question, so hold on for just a second. Okay. All right, there we go. And let's get rid of that. Okay. All right, I'm coming back. Here we go. Can you put anything we painted up? Can we put any, wait. Yeah, it stays, okay. First off, the question was, yes, it stays tacky. It's tacky to the touch. So you're not going to know by touching it if it's dry. I mean, unless you can feel it's wet. But it does stay tacky. Somebody asked another question. I think I missed it. Oh, perfect, Beck. Beck's, thank you very much for saying that, Beck. That's really nice. Somebody asked a question, but I totally missed it. So if you asked a question, please ask me again. We also make an acrylic sealer and a textured effects. Textured effects you could use on this and give it some texture. Show the final again. I'd be happy to. So this is what inspired me. So this is in my journal. And this is the final on a thin canvas. Oh, okay, difference between white paint and a gesso. I'll answer that. Can you over dry step one? No. Jeanette, I have a funny story. So this is the final canvas. This is 8 by 10. I did it in 9 by something. 9 by 12, I think, or 9 by 12. This is 8 by 10. Can you I don't believe you can over dry one, but remember if you have dust or anything in the air, I've left things over, well, I left, the funny thing is I did this canvas twice last week when I was doing it up for the show, and I had it drying by the window. Well, the UPS guy showed up and the dog jumped up on the windowsill right behind me. She jumps up on that white thing and watches the UPS guy pick up the packages. And the dog stepped into step one on the project, and it was like she stepped into a sticky glue trap, one of those mouse traps, because she went running and off my project went. So I do notice that if I leave it like over, your dog on crack, how funny. I do notice if you leave it overnight and you have like anything in the air, like, like a dog, if you have a dog in the air, it will get stuck in that. So I don't believe you can. What the wolf is this? Cindy, that's funny. Yeah, so I don't believe you could over dry it, but you just don't want your pets in it because you don't want your pets as part of your project. But already you can tell, and I can hold this up. I don't know if you can tell. Maybe you can't tell. If you hold this up, I mean, it's starting to kind of clear up. Some areas I put a little, oh, I just touched it. It's sticky. Yeah. It's funny because the dog, I was so mad. You know, I had that plan all last week and everything started going wrong and I had to redo it twice. So the dog had stepped through it and she walked across the floor with the dog project on her foot. So I went out. I was trying to get a picture of her, you know, and I had to redo it. But the good thing is I could redo it. Yeah, cat hair gives you dimension. Can you crackle photography? Good question. I believe you can, but it depends. You don't. I have had not good luck if you use like an inkjet printer. But you can crackle it. Just make sure you test it because some of those inks from those inkjet printers are not embedded into the paper you use. It also, you know, depends on the paper you use too. But yeah, Beck said check the paper printing quality and you just want to give it a try first. But I've done it on several projects and it works well. Yeah, I think I just said inkjet. Inkjet. Yeah. Great idea, Jackie. The canvas is beautiful. I'm going to attempt this. Say, if you attempt it, you have to share it with me because I say so. Because I really want you to. It means a lot to me. It's the best part of my job. My heart is painted. I need to finish it. Way to go, Jean. No, it really does mean a lot to me. You guys tune in and I love this. Oh, October challenge. Beck is a very good moderator, isn't she? October is out of the box with Helmar, so there's there's a sketch and a link. She just gave it. And we give away prizes for, you know, random winners for playing along with us. Awesome sketch. It's Liddell who does those. She's out of Australia. She's completely awesome and amazingly talented. And I'm really glad I have her in my back pocket. And I'm sorry, Jackie, it didn't work for you. Okay, try it again later. Yeah, sorry about that. So any questions on my project? Any questions about anything? Any comments? Constructive criticisms? No constructive criticisms. Okay, we got to give something away. Yeah? Why is the sky blue? Hey, how funny. Oh, we use spa blue. That wasn't sky blue. That was spa blue. We need to give something away. Let's give the crack away. Okay? Gonna give the crack away tonight. Step 1 and step 2. By the way, don't just buy step 1. You can't use it. You need it with step 1 and step 2. You guys know how I don't know where my crack went. Oh, I'm holding it up. It's my project. Yesterday was this past weekend. I was talking to somebody on the phone. Oh my God, I can't find my phone. I cannot find my phone. I cannot find my phone. It was on my ear. Okay. So, you want to have step 1 and step 2. So we're going to give away step 1 and step 2. You know what? I'm going to give away what it takes to make this project. These are the things I used to make this project. Now I took away my holders for my canvas. Let's give away 3 things. Got it? What do you think? Yeah, yeah. Crackle 1 and 2, 450, and a liquid scrap dots. Okay, this is what it takes to make this project. If you win, you have to share your project with me. And I don't like to give away prizes here because I pick out a number and I totally flub it up and everybody gets mad at me. So I'm asking that you go to Helmar's Facebook page. Here's a link. And post, you know, what you liked about the project. I don't know. Anything you want, any questions, whatever you liked about the project, what your favorite part of the project was, if you learned anything. Yeah, I agree, Beck. These are 3 great products to kind of have in your Helmar arsenal. And I'll pick a random winner. I usually just cut up the little names or do that random org thing. I don't like to draw numbers here. One time I had like 4 people pick out the same number and everybody was like up my jock about it. So let's not do that. I think I just said that and we're still recording. So go there and post away. And if you like the show, it increases your odds of winning. If you dislike the show, there's a correlation between that and not winning. I'm kidding. It's random. Don't get mad at me. I'm also going to give you my little link because I share stuff for you guys doing the Lifeless Challenge with me. Oh, shoot. I hate multitasking. If you guys are doing the Lifeless Challenge with me, which I'm going to be sharing and updating my blog, I promise. And I know a lot of you are. I'm going to give you my Facebook page, and I post a lot of stuff about that on there. Oh, and are we on next week? Yes, we are. Okay, what's next week? Somebody give me a date. Oh, Jackie, your glue caddy pictures are going to be on there. Yes. The 24th. Thank you, Sandy. Sandy is like she just keeps everything together for me. October 24th. I am going to make it a point to do a Halloween project, and I think what I'm going to do is, I thought about this today, the reason I'm going to do this is I'm going to do treat bags for kids in classrooms, and I'm going to do tags or something like that. I usually do a variety of them. I have twins in the 4th grade, and I always volunteer to bring in the treat bags. So stay tuned for that. I'll try and post like what I'm going to use, and you guys can do them with me or how I do them. But I'm going to do... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, because their party is on that Friday, so I still have time. So I'm going to be doing those, because if I do those live with you and I have to make 70 of them to 100, it will just be killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I have twins, Jackie, and they take them for their classrooms and all their friends, and, you know, the janitor, the principal. It makes me very popular with the teachers to load them up with sugar at 9 a.m. Because I believe that's what Halloween's about. And I already got my costume. You guys all have your costumes. My kids don't have their costumes, but I have my costume. And somebody asked if I was teaching next... Oh! Hey! We should make next week about Halloween. I'll sit here in my costume. Forget I said that. Let's not talk about that. I have a costume. I bought a costume. I love Halloween. Halloween and April Fool's Day are my 2 favorite holidays. So, let's forget about the Halloween thing. Oh, and this is already... Can you guys see? It's already dry and clear. Yeah. I don't have a... Well, you know what? This year... You know what? I don't know, guys. I should talk about this in the after show. But those costumes for moms... Really hard to find costumes that are appropriate to wear, you know, out in public as a mother. So it really took me some searching to find a costume that met my standards. Okay, we're not taking a vote on that, Sandy, because I said so. Yes, Jackie. So I will try my costume out and wear mommy jeans as a costume. I love it. You guys are funny. So I want to thank everybody. Like I said, I love Mondays for this purpose only. I get to be here with you guys and do what I love. So next week, expect a Halloween costume. Go as a bottle of $4.50. I have totally, every year, thought about going as a big bottle of glue. And I thought about it this year. I just don't have time to make one. I thank you, everybody. Again, Becky, if you want to post your link to your store, you're looking for Helmar products, go to our blog. Becky is listed on there. Our blog is www.helmarusa.typepad.com. Left-hand side, listed by state and country. Great resource to get all of your Helmar products. My email address, if you ever want to reach me, info@helmarusa.com will get to me. Any questions you have or you just want to chit-chat, send me an email. Love it. I'll answer your questions. Design team call. Don't forget that. Don't forget our Out of the Box with Helmar Challenge in October. Be safe. Rock on. Glue on. And I'll talk to you guys in a week. I'll stay on for a few minutes and answer any questions. Beck, thanks for being an awesome moderator. I totally needed you tonight. I did record this, and I will make sure to put a link up, so if you missed any part of it, you can check back. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. You guys, good night. Thank you, Jean. Thanks for tuning in. Good night, Mom and Dad. I will talk to you guys all soon. And again, I'm going to stay on for just a couple of moments, but I'm going to push off the record and the broadcast. Good night. Thank you very much.